A very good afternoon to all of you. I do hope that you are doing well in your home. In our earlier transactions, we were discussing about the difference between guidance and counseling. As you know that counseling is the heart of guidance program. As the proper functioning of body depends upon the proper functioning of heart, similarly, the success of guidance program quite depends upon the counseling service. And you know that counseling is the part of guidance program. It is not all of guidance program. It is one of the important techniques of guidance program, but it is called as the pivot or crux of guidance program because the success of any guidance program depends upon the counseling service. So it is the established fact that in guidance and counseling service or program, the focus is on individual. That means we have to understand the individual. We should have clear-cut idea or information about the individual. So that's why we have to make in-depth study, all-round study about the individual. So when we talk about in-depth study, clear-cut idea about the individual, that means we have to know about his personal history. We should have information with regard to his family history. We should know about the medical history. We should have understanding with regard to his interest, attitude, aptitude, intelligence, and other attributes what he possesses. So unless we have all sorts of information, clear-cut idea about the individual, it will be difficult for us to provide assistance or guidance to the individual. So that's why clear-cut information with regard to the individual is very much essential for the guidance worker and for the teachers to provide guidance or assistance to the individual in a right way and in a right time also. So that's why there is the need of data information with regard to the individual. Then what are the sources of data we have? The person, the individual or client himself is one of the sources of information. And apart from the individual, the family members, parents, teachers, peers are also other sources of information. That's why we talk about tools and techniques of data collection. When we talk about tools and techniques, what are the differences between tools and techniques? When we talk about tools, these are the instruments which are being used for the purpose of collection of data. So these are the instruments which are made of pen and pencils or maybe made of metal or materials. But in case of techniques, so it refers to the ways of handling, the ways of using the tools. That means the procedure or process of collecting the data is your technique. So when we talk about tools and techniques, we can divide the tools and techniques into two ways. In one side, we have the testing techniques of data collection. In another side, we have the non-testing techniques of data collection. When we talk about testing techniques or devices of data collection, that means when we collect data by using the psychological tests or inventories. So these are the cases of your testing techniques. That means by administering the standardized test, when we collect data and we make analysis and we interpret the data by using the manual or by using the norms, that is the case of your testing technique. But in another side, we have the non-testing techniques of data collection. For example, when we collect data without using the psychological tests. For example, when we use the technique like your interview, questionnaire, observation, your case study, anecdotal record card, cumulative record card, and we have also other techniques of your data collection. So these are the cases of your non-testing techniques of data collection. In the coming video, we will be discussing in detail with regard to the different tools or techniques of data collection. Thank you.